Hello, welcome to English Session. Welcome back, my dear English learners. I am Mike, and with me today is Eliza, and we are very happy to practice English with you. In today's podcast, we are going to talk about a powerful topic. Train your brain to think positive. This topic is important because many people carry negative thoughts all day without noticing. A small problem happens, and the mind repeats it again and again. A mistake happens, and the mind says, "You are not good enough." A hard day happens, and the mind says, "Every day is like this." Negative thoughts feel very loud, and positive thoughts feel very quiet. Even good days can feel heavy when the mind keeps returning to the one small thing that went wrong. If this happens to you, do not worry. You are not alone. Many people think this way. They say, "My mind always goes to the negative first." They say, "I remember my mistakes more than my successes." They say, "It's hard for me to feel hopeful." This is very common. But the good news is this. You can train your brain to think positive. You can build a habit of hope, gratitude, and confidence step by step. And while you do this, you will also practice your English speaking with us. Eliza, can you tell everyone why negative thoughts feel so strong in the first place?
Of course, Mike. Your brain has something called a negativity bias. Long ago, this helped humans survive. Noticing danger quickly was more important than noticing something nice. So your brain naturally holds on to negative experiences more tightly than positive ones. This is normal. It is not your fault, but it also means positive thinking needs a little extra effort. Think about a garden. Negative thoughts are like weeds. They grow easily without any help from you. Positive thoughts are like flowers. They need water, sunlight, and care every day. If you do nothing, weeds take over the garden naturally. But if you water the flowers regularly, they grow strong too, and slowly they take up more space. Training your brain to think positive is like becoming a gardener of your own mind. You cannot remove every weed forever, but you can grow enough flowers that the garden feels beautiful again. And just like a real garden, results do not appear in one day. They appear slowly, with regular, gentle care. Mike, why don't you walk us through the first step?
With pleasure. The first step is to notice negative thoughts without judging yourself. When a negative thought comes, do not fight it. Do not feel bad about having it. Just notice it calmly. Say, "I notice I am thinking negative right now." Say, "I notice this thought is very loud today." This simple sentence creates space between you and the thought. It reminds you that a thought is not a fact. It is just a visitor passing through your mind, and visitors always leave eventually. The second step is to replace one negative sentence with a positive one. This is a simple, powerful technique. Take a negative sentence and rewrite it with hope. Do not say, "I always fail." Say, "I am learning and I can improve." Do not say, "Nothing good happens to me." Say, "Good things are possible and I am looking for them." Do not say, "I can't do this." Say, "This is difficult, but I can try." Do not say, "I always mess things up." Say, "I made a mistake, and mistakes help me grow." This is not about pretending everything is perfect. It is about choosing words that leave room for hope. Eliza, what's step 3?
Step 3 is to practice gratitude every day. Say 3 good things out loud, even small ones. I am grateful for my morning coffee. I am grateful for a message from a friend. I am grateful for a quiet moment today. I am grateful for my health. I am grateful for a roof over my head. Gratitude trains your brain to notice good things, not just bad ones. The more you practice, the easier it becomes, just like a path that gets clearer the more you walk on it. Step 4 is to use positive affirmations in the morning. An affirmation is a short, positive sentence you say to yourself. I am capable. I can handle today. I am doing my best and that is enough. I am allowed to grow at my own pace. Say these sentences slowly out loud when you wake up. At first, they may feel strange. That's normal. But over time, your brain starts to believe the words you repeat most often. Mike, tell us about step 5.
Step 5 is to reframe problems as challenges. When something difficult happens, your first thought might be, "This is bad." Try changing it to, "This is a challenge and I can learn something from it." Do not say, "This is too hard." Say, "This is hard, but hard things help me grow." Do not say, "Why does this always happen to me?" Say, "This happened and I can decide what to do next." Reframing doesn't remove the problem, it changes how your brain responds to the problem, and that changes how you feel. Step 6 is to be mindful of what you allow into your mind. Notice what you watch, what you read, and what you say to yourself. If you spend all day around negative words and negative voices, your mind naturally becomes heavier. Choose one small positive input each day. Read one kind message. Watch one hopeful video. Listen to one calm song. Talk to one person who supports you. Small positive inputs add up over time, just like small negative inputs add up if you're not careful. Eliza, what's our last step?
Step 7, and final step, is to end your day with a positive reflection. Before you sleep, think of one good thing that happened today. It doesn't need to be big. Say it out loud. One good thing that happened today is, I finished my work. One good thing that happened today is, I laughed with a friend. One good thing that happened today is, I tried something new. This habit trains your brain to close the day with hope instead of stress, and it helps you sleep with a calmer mind. These 7 steps are simple, but together, they build something powerful, a mind that leans toward hope instead of fear.
Now, let's meet 3 people who use these steps in their own lives. Eliza, want to start us off?
Sure, Mike. First, imagine Anna from Brazil. Anna used to wake up and immediately think about everything that could go wrong in her day. One day, she decides to try one small thing. Every morning, before she checks her phone, she says one affirmation out loud. I am capable. I can handle today. At first, it feels a little strange, but after 2 weeks, her mornings feel calmer. She starts the day with hope instead of worry, and she notices she reacts to small problems more gently now. Mike, tell us about Kareem.
Now imagine Kareem from Egypt. Kareem often felt like nothing good ever happened to him, even though in reality, small good things happened every day. So he starts a gratitude habit. Every night he says 3 good things about his day out loud. Today I finished a project. Today someone smiled at me. Today I learned something new. After 1 month, he notices something surprising. He remembers more good moments, and his English speaking feels smoother too, because he is putting his thoughts into simple sentences every single night. Eliza, and what about May?
Now, imagine May from China. May often used harsh words with herself when she made mistakes. She wanted to change, but she didn't know where to start. So instead of changing everything at once, she practices reframing one sentence a day. When she makes a mistake, she says, "This is hard, but I'm learning." This small habit is easy, but it slowly softens the way she talks to herself. And over time, she becomes her own kindest voice instead of her harshest critic. These 3 people used different techniques, but the goal was the same: train the brain to notice hope, not just difficulty. Mike, let's talk about a common mistake people make with this idea.
Good idea. Many people think positive thinking means ignoring your problems or pretending everything is perfect. But real positive thinking does not ignore reality. It means facing your problems with hope instead of fear. Do not say, "I have to pretend I'm happy." Say, "I can feel difficult emotions and still look for hope." And that brings up balance too. Forcing fake positivity all the time can actually feel exhausting and unnatural. It is okay to feel sad, tired, or frustrated first. Positive thinking works best when you allow your true feelings and then gently guide your mind toward hope. Do not say, "I'm not allowed to feel bad." Say, "I can feel this, and I can also choose hope afterwards." Eliza, what about the people around us?
That's such an important point, Mike. The voices you hear most often shape your inner voice over time. If you spend most of your time with people who complain constantly, your own thoughts may start to sound the same way. This does not mean you must remove people from your life. It means noticing the effect and balancing it with your own positive habits, so outside negativity does not become your only inner voice. On top of that, your environment matters too. Small reminders help your brain remember to think positive. Put a hopeful note on your mirror. Save one encouraging message on your phone. Choose one object in your room, like a photo or a plant, and let it remind you to think of something good every time you see it. Mike, let's cover some useful vocabulary for our listeners.
Great idea. Some useful active words for this topic are positive, grateful, hopeful, confident, and capable. Use them in your own sentences. I want to feel more positive. I am grateful for small things. I feel hopeful about tomorrow. I am capable of handling challenges. I feel more confident every day. Using these words often makes them automatic in your speaking, just like positive thoughts become automatic in your mind with practice. Eliza, let's practice a sentence expansion chain with our listeners.
Let's do it. Start with I feel. Expand it. I feel hopeful. Expand again. I feel hopeful about today. Expand again. I feel hopeful about today and I'm ready to try. Let's try another one. Start with I am grateful. Expand it. I am grateful for this moment. Expand again. I'm grateful for this moment and I'm learning to notice more good things. Expand again. I am grateful for this moment and I'm learning to notice more good things every single day. Mike, let's lead everyone through a repeat after us practice.
Let's do it. Listen carefully and repeat each sentence out loud with us. I am capable. I am doing my best. I am grateful for today. I am learning and growing. Good things are coming. This simple repetition helps these sentences feel natural in your own voice. Eliza, let's do a quick question and answer practice for our listeners.
Sure thing. Question 1. What is one good thing that happened today? Answer. I had a nice conversation with a friend. Question 2. What is a negative thought you can reframe right now? Answer. Instead of saying, I can't do this, I can say, this is hard, but I can try. Question 3. What affirmation do you want to say to yourself today? Answer. I am capable and I am doing my best. Question 4. How do you feel right now? Answer. I feel calmer than before. Now, Mike, let's show our listeners a real short conversation between the two of us.
Sounds good. How are you feeling today, Eliza?
Honestly, I felt a little stressed this morning.
What helped you feel better?
I reminded myself that this is a challenge, not a disaster.
That's a great way to think about it.
Yes, it made a real difference, and I feel much calmer now. Mike, why don't you close us out with a simple daily plan?
Happy to. Let's build a simple daily plan to train your brain to think positive. In the morning, say one affirmation out loud before checking your phone. In the afternoon, notice and reframe one negative thought into a hopeful one. In the evening, say 3 things you are grateful for. At night, say one good thing that happened today before you sleep. This simple plan is simple, but if you repeat it daily, your mindset will grow stronger, and so will your speaking confidence. Eliza, can you recap everything for us?
Of course, let's review quickly. Notice negative thoughts without judging them. Replace negative sentences with positive ones. Practice gratitude daily. Use morning affirmations. Reframe problems as challenges. Be mindful of your environment and the people around you. End your day with a positive reflection. These 7 steps train your brain to lean toward hope. Before we finish, do one small exercise right now. Think of one positive sentence about yourself and say it out loud in English. I am capable. I'm doing my best. I am growing every day. This small practice can begin you today.
Thank you for listening to English Session.
I'm Eliza.
And I'm Mike, and we are very happy you practiced with us today.
Keep thinking positive. Keep speaking. Keep growing. One small thought at a time.
See you in the next podcast.